In a bustling city, a young man named Ravi lived his days in constant chatter. From the moment he woke up, he filled the air with his thoughts, opinions, and ideas, eager to prove his knowledge. Whether it was with friends, family, or colleagues, Ravi always had something to say. Yet, despite his verbal enthusiasm, he often found himself misunderstood or ignored. His relationships felt strained, and his career seemed stuck, no matter how hard he tried to impress others with his words. One day, while walking through a quiet park to clear his mind, Ravi encountered an elderly man sitting alone on a bench, looking out at the serene lake. The man seemed completely at peace, his eyes reflecting a deep calmness. Curious, Ravi sat next to him and, true to his nature, began talking about work, life, frustrations, and ambitions. The older man listened quietly, never interrupting or offering advice. After a long while, when Ravi had run out of things to say, he asked the man, "Why haven't you said anything? Don't you have something to share?" The elderly man smiled gently. "Sometimes, wisdom comes not from speaking, but from listening," he replied. "The world is filled with noise, and often the most profound understanding lies in silence. When you learn to listen deeply, you will hear what others cannot, whether it's the unspoken feelings of a loved one or the subtle truths hidden in the rush of everyday life." Ravi was struck by the simplicity of the words. He realized how often he had been speaking without truly listening. In his rush to express himself, he had missed the chance to connect with the thoughts and emotions of those around him. Determined to change, Ravi began practicing silence. He made an effort to listen more than he spoke. At first, it felt uncomfortable, but over time he noticed subtle changes. His relationships improved as he gave people the space to share their thoughts without interruption. He began to understand their emotions better, and his empathy deepened. Friends who once seemed distant now sought his company, appreciating the way he truly listened. In his career, too, things transformed. In meetings, instead of always rushing to speak, Ravi listened carefully to his colleagues. He noticed things he had previously overlooked, the way a team member hesitated before agreeing to a project, or the tension in a conversation about deadlines. By listening, he was able to offer thoughtful contributions at the right moments, and his insights began to stand out. His manager noticed his newfound wisdom and entrusted him with greater responsibilities. Months passed, and Ravi's life felt more fulfilling than ever. The quiet he once avoided had become his strength. Through silence, he had discovered the power of truly connecting with others and understanding the world around him. One evening, he returned to the park and saw the elderly man again, sitting peacefully on the bench. Ravi smiled and sat down beside him, saying nothing. The two shared a quiet, comfortable silence as the sun set over the lake. Without words, Ravi felt a deep gratitude for the lesson he had learned, that wisdom is not just in speaking, but in the stillness of listening, where the true heart of life is often revealed. From this journey, Ravi realized that the most valuable connections are made not when we assert our own voices, but when we truly hear the voices of others. By speaking less, we create space for others to express their true selves, fostering trust and understanding. In silence, we gain insight into the subtle nuances of life, picking up on things that words alone might miss. The pause between words can hold more wisdom than the words themselves. Ravi's transformation taught him that sometimes the most powerful way to lead, communicate, and grow is through patience and quiet observation. Silence allows reflection, clarity of thought, and the space to find deeper meaning in every interaction. In both personal and professional life, the ability to listen deeply not only enhances relationships, but also opens doors to opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. The wisdom of silence, Ravi realized, is that it teaches us to value presence over noise, understanding over quick answers, and connection over self-expression. It is through this quiet wisdom that true growth, empathy, and success are found. Ravi's journey with the elderly man wasn't just a simple tale of one man's transformation. It was a powerful reminder of the value that lies within moments of stillness. In a world that constantly pushes us to speak louder, move faster, and do more, Ravi discovered that true wisdom is often found in the quiet spaces in between. But what can we learn from his journey? Let's explore the timeless lessons that this story of silence and listening has left behind. 1. Listening is powerful. True understanding and connection come not from speaking, but from listening. When we listen deeply to others, we create stronger relationships and a better understanding of their emotions, thoughts, and needs. 2. Silence allows reflection. Silence provides space for personal growth and reflection. It helps us process information, gain clarity, and respond more thoughtfully rather than impulsively. 3. Communication is not just about speaking. Effective communication is a balance between speaking and listening. Knowing when to be silent is just as important as knowing when to speak. 4. Patience and observation lead to success. In both personal and professional settings, taking the time to observe, listen, and reflect can open doors to new insights and opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. 5. Empathy grows through listening. By being silent and giving others the chance to express themselves, we cultivate empathy and understanding. This fosters deeper connections and trust with those around us. 6. Presence over noise. The story teaches us that it's not the loudest voices that make the greatest impact, but rather those who are present, thoughtful, and attentive. Silence allows us to be fully present in our interactions. 7. Wisdom is found in stillness. Sometimes the greatest wisdom is found in moments of stillness and quiet. By embracing silence, we allow ourselves to discover truths that would otherwise be drowned out by the noise of everyday life. Until we meet again with another story of inspiration and reflection, I bid you farewell. Have a wonderful day, and take care, everyone.
Don't forget to subscribe.